Have you ever felt like you're doing everything you're supposed to, yet nothing seems to move? Like your dreams are close, but somehow still out of reach? What if the real issue isn't effort, but energy? What if you could shift your reality, not by working harder, but by aligning your vibration with what you truly want? Because your energy isn't just a feeling, it's a signal, and it's either attracting what you desire or pushing it away. If you're ready to raise your vibration and become a magnet for the life you dream of, let's begin. Everything in the universe is energy vibrating at different frequencies, and just like a radio station, you tune into the reality you want to experience by aligning your personal vibration with it. So the very first and most crucial step to instantly raise your vibration is to become fully present in this moment, because the present is the only place where your power exists. And when you bring your attention away from regrets of the past and fears of the future into the now, you start dissolving low-frequency emotions that block your manifestation power. And as you become present, breathe deeply and consciously, letting each breath carry awareness into your body, because the breath is your most direct tool to shift your energy instantly. And now that you're aware, gratitude becomes the bridge to higher vibrations. So start listing everything you're thankful for, even the smallest things, because gratitude signals to the universe that you already have abundance, and this invites more into your life. And as you feel that appreciation deeply, not just say it but truly feel it in your chest, your heart begins to open, and this opening is like a signal tower beaming out energy to attract experiences on the same frequency. And then comes visualization. Not the kind where you just see images, but where you embody the version of yourself who already lives the dream. So you imagine with emotion, engaging all senses, hearing the sounds, smelling the scents, touching the textures, feeling the joy, the freedom, the satisfaction, and this embodiment creates a frequency match between your current self and your desired reality. And that's when things begin to move, not because you force them, but because the quantum field reflects who you are being, not what you are wanting. And this is where most people miss the point. They try to manifest from a place of lack. But when you shift your inner state first, your outer world starts to mirror that shift. And now that your vibration is rising, it's time to align your environment, because everything you surround yourself with either drains or fuels your energy. So declutter your space, infuse your home with scents that uplift you, play music that makes your spirit dance, wear clothes that make you feel powerful, and let your surroundings become a mirror of the energy you wish to embody. And now pay attention to your words, because language shapes reality, and every time you say, "I can't" or "I'm stuck," you reinforce a frequency that keeps you in limitation. So replace those with affirmations not just spoken but believed, like "I am powerful," "I am aligned," "I am receiving miracles," and repeat them with certainty as if they were already true, because the subconscious mind doesn't distinguish between what is real and imagined. It only responds to repetition and emotion. And speaking of emotion, raise your vibration through movement, because the body holds energy, and when you move it, you release stagnant frequencies. So dance wildly, stretch fully, walk in nature, jump, laugh, scream if you must, because these are primal ways of clearing emotional blocks and opening energy pathways. And now look at your thoughts, because they are the blueprint of your frequency. So become the observer of your mind, and when you catch yourself spiraling into doubt, fear, comparison, or judgment, gently shift the thought, not with force but with awareness, reminding yourself, "This thought is lowering my vibration," and consciously choose a better feeling thought, even a neutral one, and build from there. And one of the most powerful shifts you can make is choosing to believe that life is always happening for you, not to you, because this belief instantly lifts you out of victimhood into creator mode. And as the creator, you recognize that every challenge is a portal to deeper power, every delay is divine timing in action, and every obstacle is refining your vibration, not punishing you. And now you turn to intention, because clear intention is a magnet for aligned action and results. So clarify what you want, not just in vague terms like "I want success" or "I want love," but specifics that excite your soul, and then declare them to the universe with conviction, not begging or hoping but expecting, knowing it's already on the way, and then surrender, not giving up, but letting go of the how, trusting the timing and letting the universe orchestrate details beyond your conscious reach. And in this surrender, you stop resisting and start receiving, and this opens you to synchronicity, which is the universe's way of confirming you're on the right path. So when signs appear, numbers, symbols, repeated messages, pay attention, because these are nudges to follow your highest alignment. And now, cultivate joy without needing a reason, because when you wait for a result to be happy, you delay the result, but when you generate joy for the sake of it, you become magnetic to every desire. So do what lights you up, laugh often, be silly, play, because joy is the frequency of creation, and in that joy, let yourself imagine wildly, beyond logic, beyond limitation, because the mind is a tool, not a cage, and when you let imagination lead, you access portals to possibilities that logic cannot comprehend, and from this place, take inspired action, not forced action, because action that feels heavy or desperate lowers your vibration, but when you act from flow, with a sense of ease and inner knowing, you are guided effortlessly toward your dream. And remember to celebrate progress, not just the outcome, because celebration acknowledges movement and reinforces the belief that things are working, and as you celebrate, you amplify the vibration of success, and this brings more success. And now return to self-love, because your relationship with yourself sets the standard for everything you attract. So treat yourself with kindness, patience, compassion, and honor your needs, your boundaries, your voice, and stop seeking outside approval, because when you approve of yourself deeply, the world reflects that back to you. And now build sacred rituals into your day. Even 5 minutes of silence, journaling, or meditation can anchor your energy and intention, and these moments compound, creating a stable high vibration over time. And don't forget nature, because the earth carries a pure frequency, and when you immerse yourself in it, you recalibrate effortlessly. So put your feet on the grass, watch the sky, listen to water, hug a tree if you must, and feel your vibration rise without effort. And remember the power of community. Surround yourself with people who elevate you, who speak life into you, who see your potential even when you forget, and minimize time with those who drain you or sow doubt, because energy is contagious, and the more you protect your field, the higher your baseline vibration becomes. And now, return to trust, deep, unwavering trust that what you seek is also seeking you, that your desires are divine and meant for you, and that by holding the vibration of already having, you collapse time and space between you and the dream. And so you keep choosing the higher thought, the higher feeling, the aligned action, moment by moment, breath by breath, and watch your reality shift in response, not because you forced it, but because you became it. And as you continue to embody the vibration of your desires, you begin to notice subtle shifts in your outer world. Coincidences start turning into meaningful alignments. People show up at the perfect time. Opportunities that once seemed impossible start becoming available, and you realize that your external world is merely a reflection of the inner energy you carry. So you keep aligning, tuning, and refining your frequency like an artist painting their masterpiece with emotion, thought, and presence as the brush. And in this process, you start to shed old identities that no longer match the vibration you now hold, stories that told you you weren't enough, that you had to struggle to succeed, that dreams were for others, and you recognize those stories as illusions, as echoes of a frequency you've outgrown, and you thank them for their role in your journey and release them with love, not resentment, because holding on to past versions of yourself only anchors you to lower frequencies. And as you let go, you expand, and this expansion might feel unfamiliar, it might even feel uncomfortable because your nervous system has been conditioned to operate in survival mode. So when things start getting better, your mind might look for what's wrong, for what could go wrong, for what needs to be fixed, but that's just the ego trying to protect you based on outdated programming, and you gently remind it, it's safe now, it's safe to receive, it's safe to feel good, it's safe to succeed, it's safe to shine. And in this reassurance, you create a new baseline where joy, peace, and alignment become your normal, not exceptions. And this is powerful because when you make high vibration your default state, you naturally become a match for realities that resonate on that same level. And now you begin to understand that manifestation is not about chasing, it's about becoming. It's about aligning so deeply with your dream self that the physical world has no choice but to conform, because energy always precedes matter, and by the time your manifestation appears, it's just the final confirmation of a shift that already happened within you. And this is why instant vibration raising is so transformative. Because you no longer wait for life to give you a reason to feel good, you decide to feel good now, and that decision creates the conditions for miracles. And as your vibration rises, you naturally start attracting better relationships, more fulfilling opportunities, greater abundance, and even your health begins to improve, because your body responds to energy too, and every cell is listening to your thoughts, your emotions, your environment. So when you live in joy, love, gratitude, and trust, your body begins to heal, to regenerate, to align with vitality, and that in itself is a manifestation, because your physical health is a mirror of your energetic health. And now you deepen your commitment to only feed your energy what uplifts it. Whether it's the content you consume, the conversations you have, the food you eat, or the thoughts you allow to repeat. And this level of self-honoring starts creating momentum, and with momentum comes acceleration, where your manifestations start arriving faster. Not because time changed, but because you did, because you started vibrating as if your dreams were already here, and in doing so, you collapsed timelines and moved into a new reality, and you realize now that vibration is not static. It's dynamic, which means you have to tend to it every day. Just like you shower or eat, you must also nourish your energy daily, not just when things fall apart but especially when they're going well, because that's how you maintain alignment. And now you learn the art of neutrality. Not detachment from desire, but detachment from desperation. Because when you want something so badly that it creates tension or neediness, you actually push it away energetically. But when you want it while knowing you're already whole, you attract it with ease. And this is the paradox of manifestation. You receive it once you no longer need it to feel complete, and this realization frees you from the trap of waiting to live until your dream arrives, and you begin to live now, fully, joyfully, with intention. And this living is the magnet, and you notice that the more you embrace who you are, without apology, without shrinking, without trying to fit in or be what others expect, the more your vibration skyrockets, because authenticity is the highest frequency you can emit. And when you stop pretending, you liberate all the energy you were using to maintain masks and direct it into creating the life you want. And now you remember that raising your vibration doesn't mean avoiding pain or denying negative emotions. It means allowing them to pass through without resistance, without making them your identity. So when sadness arises, you witness it, feel it, honor it, and let it move. And in doing, and now that you've stepped fully into this new way of being, this life of energetic alignment, you begin to see that the true essence of manifestation is not just about getting things, it's about becoming the clearest, most radiant version of who you truly are underneath the layers of fear, doubt, comparison, and conditioning. And as you peel away those layers with each breath of intention, each act of self-love, each choice to return to presence, your natural vibration reveals itself as already powerful, already magnetic, already capable of calling in everything your soul longs for, because those desires were planted in your heart for a reason. They're not random, they're not selfish, they're not impossible. They're instructions from your higher self about who you are here to become, and the moment you say yes to them without delay, without hesitation, without needing to see every step, you initiate a cosmic shift. You set in motion a cascade of events, people, ideas, and insights that would have remained dormant had you waited for the perfect moment. And you realize now that the perfect moment is the one where you decide to align, to rise, to say, I am ready, even when you feel scared, even when you don't know how, even when it looks like nothing is happening, because that choice sends out a vibration so strong that the universe cannot ignore it, and everything starts rearranging in your favor, not because of effort but because of energy. And that's what makes this work so profound, so life-changing, because you begin to understand that you were never broken, never behind, never unworthy. You were just vibrating in a reality that matched your old beliefs, and the moment you choose a new belief, a new identity, a new frequency, everything starts to change, and it doesn't always happen overnight, because sometimes your vibration calls in lessons before results. Lessons that refine you, that prepare you, that stretch your faith and ask, do you really believe in what you're becoming? And when you say yes, when you keep holding the energy even through uncertainty, that's when you become unshakable, and from that place your manifestations begin to pour in, not just one or two, but a steady stream of evidence that you are aligned, that you are powerful, that you are fully supported by the universe, and that realization becomes your new foundation, your new normal, your new truth. And from there, you stop playing small, you stop dimming your light, you stop settling for versions of reality that no longer serve your evolution, and instead you rise, you expand, you allow yourself to dream even bigger, because now you know that there are no limits except the ones you accept, and you've stopped accepting the old ones. You've let go of the belief that it has to be hard, that you have to struggle, that you have to wait, because you now know that alignment is instant. Vibration is now, and the more you master the inner world, the more magic you see in the outer world. And it's not magic in the fairy tale sense, it's the true magic of knowing how energy works, how frequency works, how the universe responds not to what you say you want but to who you're being consistently. So now you start each day not by chasing a to-do list but by tuning into your vibration, asking, who do I choose to be today? What does the version of me who has it all feel like, think like, act like? And then you align with that energy, and from there you move into action, not from stress but from clarity, not from urgency but from purpose, and that kind of action creates quantum leaps because it's aligned, it's inspired, it's connected to a deeper intelligence guiding you toward your highest potential. And now you also stop fearing contrast, because contrast simply reveals where your vibration is still fragmented, where your beliefs still need love. And instead of resisting those moments, you lean in, you ask, what is this showing me? What part of me is asking to be seen? And in that inquiry, you transmute fear into power, lack into gratitude, confusion into clarity, and that's when you become not just a conscious creator but a master of your energy, able to navigate any storm without losing your center, able to hold your vibration even when things feel chaotic, because you've learned to trust the unseen, to walk in faith, to know that the path will light up as you walk it, and in that knowing, life becomes lighter, more playful, more adventurous, because you're no longer trapped in survival mode, you're dancing in co-creation with the universe, and this dance becomes your natural rhythm, your default state, your sacred practice, and now you carry yourself differently. You speak with more power, you move with more grace, you connect with more presence, and others begin to notice. They ask you what changed, why you're glowing, how everything seems to be flowing for you, and you tell them, not with arrogance but with love, that it wasn't about doing more, it was about becoming more, aligning more, allowing more, and they feel the truth of it, because truth carries a frequency that can't be faked. And now you realize that your life is not just about what you manifest but about who you inspire, who you lift just by being yourself, and that becomes the most fulfilling manifestation of all, to know that your vibration is a gift, a transmission, a legacy, and you commit to honoring it every single day, not perfectly, but intentionally. Because you know now that vibration is the currency of the universe, and when you hold a high vibration, you are infinitely rich, rich in love, rich in clarity, rich in opportunities, and this richness overflows into every area of your life, and so you keep going, not from lack but from overflow, not because you're incomplete but because you're in awe of how good it gets to be, and every day you choose this path. Every day you align with your dreams now, not someday. You become a magnet for miracles, and those miracles don't stop, they multiply. Because vibration is exponential, and the higher you rise, the more you receive, and the more you receive, the more you give, and the more you give, the more the universe flows through you, and in that flow you realize you were never separate from your dreams, you were always the dream becoming real, the vision turning into form, the vibration taking shape in the physical world, and now that you see this clearly, you know that you can. Never go back to the old way of forcing and fighting and fearing, because you've tasted alignment, you've felt the power of vibration, and you choose it again and again and again, until it becomes the way you live, the way you love, the way you manifest every dream with grace, with joy, and with the unshakable knowing that everything you desire is already yours, because you became the version of you who receives it.